Well done to Canada, guys. Well done to Canada. They were able to salvage a point. I won't lie to you guys. I was actually a little bit worried. Obviously, I'm American. I got my little brother Canada right there, and I'm like, bro, our little brother cannot afford to lose the opening game in the FIFA World Cup, bro. That is unacceptable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. It is unacceptable to be one of the hosting nations and you're gonna lose your opening game, bro. It is shameful and it will never look good, man. Canada was just waiting to get clown on, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? Mexico, they won the opening game. You guys can go check out my review on that game on my channel. And I'm hoping you guys could like and subscribe. This is Hash Black here. I will be giving you guys updates on every big games that will be happening during this World Cup tournament. And so far, some games have been interesting, some games have not. I still think South Korea versus Czech Republic has been the best game. We saw 3 goals in that game, and we saw some couple good chances of back and forth game going on, in my opinion. So now let's talk about Canada versus Bosnia, right? Um, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I felt like I was a little bit disappointed that Edin Dzeko, a legendary football player, did not start in this game, and I get it. One of my people in the chat, I also live stream as well. One of my people in the chat told me that Edin Dzeko was kind of he's nursing an injury, so he was not fit to start all play, and I was a little bummed out by that. And then you look at Canada as well. Canada was also missing the captain, Alfonso Davis. I felt like if Alfonso Davis was in this game, I think Canada would have looked a lot more dangerous, and decision making in the final third would have been a lot more better coming from by the Canadians. If I'm going to be honest, guys, this game opened up with Canada just trying to find a way to high press, find opportunities to advance the ball, get into positioning to score as well. Bosnia was they came in with a 4-4-2 formation and they were very, very solid, man. I'm gonna have to give credit to Bosnia because Bosnia was very, very solid defensively, bro. The defense was amazing, man. Dedic, Katic, Kolasinac, who's a former Arsenal man, right? Very solid defenders, bro. They were trying to win the second balls. They were stopping any through ball passes, any dangerous, incisive passes. Those passes that could put Canada in a position to score. Bosnia defense was very, very solid, man. I think later on we saw Canada trying to get themselves back into the game in the first half, right? Around the 15th to 20th minute. I think Canada was trying to get themselves into the game, but Bosnia with solid defense and also relying on a defensive kind of attacking style football while also playing those long ball to the top players such as Lukic and Demirovic, right? Two strikers up front looking very dangerous with a hold up play. And then the next thing we know, a corner kick was going to be played by Bosnia. And I will be honest with you guys, I feel like Canada defensive setup was very, very poor, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. All of a sudden, corner kick was taken with a nice with a nice assist by Kolasinac, flicking the ball backwards with his head, right? Right? Think of it like having a long hair and Kolasinac like a Victorian secret model, flicking his hair backward, man. And the next thing you know, bang, Lukic heads the ball in. It's 1-0 to Bosnia, man. And shout out to Bosnia for that, man. I feel like that was something that they needed because the game plan is, right? If you are a team that plays haram football, or you're a defensive kind of attacking team, or you're a team that want to pack the bus and play that strict, rigid defensive type of football, you have to make sure that you score first. Because if Canada open the game with them scoring first, right? Bosnia has no choice but to come out and find a way to equalize the game. And who knows, maybe Bosnia will be able to do that. But that's not what happened in this game, right? Bosnia opened the scoring first. Shout out to Lukic with an assist by former Arsenal player Kolasinac, who now plays in Atalanta. And I think he's the most recognizable player, right? He's the most recognized player in the team. Edin Dzeko did not play. So when I look at Boston, I'm like, who's that guy? Who's this guy? Who's that? But I know who Kolasinac is, right? Played for Arsenal, currently plays for Kolasinac, about 31, 32 years old. So shout out to Bosnia for that, right? I think in the first half, late as soon as that goal was scored, like Canada dominated in the first half. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but the final decision, the final touch in the final third was so bad. Oluwaseyi and Jonathan David to me was so bad. They wasted all the build up that the Canadians was playing from the defense to the midfield all the way to the strikers. The strikers was just not it, bro. And I expected so much from Tani. I expected so much from Jonathan David, who was a striker for Juventus. You got Oluwaseyi, who's also a striker for Villarreal, right? Who actually is gonna play next season Champions League football. I can't believe that these two guys were so bad that the coach had to sub them off and bring on players that will actually do something. As soon as David and Oluwaseyi was subbed off, that's when Canada finally scored a goal. Can you guys imagine that? Can y'all imagine that? Two players who play for big teams. And if I try to look at who Cal Larin plays for, if I try to look at who Promise David plays for, I bet you guys they don't even play. They probably play for a team either in the United States with his Major League Soccer, or to play some team that's in a third world country in second league division football, bro. So I was very disappointed because in the first half, Canada dominated, right? And shout out to Bosnia with an amazing defense. Although Shea had a chance where he shot the ball over the crossbar in the first half, David was actually trying to do something as well. He had the most shots, tied with Oluwaseyi, I believe, but he had one shot on target, one shot off target, and a blocked shot. Second half came, right? A player almost had a chance to score, but Kolasinac had an amazing save. Anyone who watched this game will know exactly what I'm talking about. What an amazing save by Kolasinac in the second half. Because to me, Canada came out with urgency, right? You are the host nation. You have to take the risk to find a way to score. And I saw Canada trying to push it. Of course, there were a couple moments where Bosnia hit them on the counter attack, right? But it did not it led to nowhere because sometimes you have to do a tactical foul to stop the counter attack, and I think that's what some of Canadian defenders was doing. And then later on, we saw Promise David get subbed on. We saw Kyle Laren get subbed on, and Ali Ahmed get subbed on. Those three players to me was very, very vital for Canada trying to equalize and salvage a point for the host nation. Shout out to those three guys because those three guys was amazing, right? Promise David and Ali Ahmed, they had the technical ability and the playoff, and I'm sorry, the midfield physical intensity in the midfield to bang with this strong ass Bosnian motherfuckers while also being able to play in tight spaces, find a way to break down that low block that was very, very, that held on for so long for majority of the game, right? And lo and behold, man, at the 79th minute, Kyle Lyon was finally able to get the ball. Shout out, thanks to an assist from Promise David, right? Turn around and shoot the ball and bang, 1-1. Now, if you guys look back at that goal, you guys could see that the goal may have been slightly deflected, and I think it was deflected, but who cares, right? He was not offside. He was able to score the goal, and bang, it was 1-1, which is interesting because he also has a number 9 um, jersey number. So, which means that to me, why is he not starting? But I get it because Oluwaseyi and Jonathan David, like, well, they play for big teams, man. They're the most recognized. I can't say that word right now. They're the most recognized team, recognized players other than Alfonso Davis. So to me, I really enjoyed what I saw from Kyle Larin, Promise David and Ali Ahmed. And hopefully Canada can use this to build a momentum as well, right? Like I said, guys, you don't want to lose your opening game. In a couple hours, the United States will be going up against Paraguay, and they are the host nation as well. So United States cannot afford to make any mistakes, and they have to win the game. The same thing with the United States. Unfortunately, I will not be there, but I can assure you guys, I will make a video talking about the game as well. So, what do you guys feel so far? What do you guys think about this game? I feel like little bits here and there, some moments was very boring, right? Canada, they dominated with the stats 61 ball possession, 1.25 expected XG, 13 shots, 4 shots on target, 38 touches in the opposition box, 9 corners. Like, come on. And Canada could only score 1 goal. And that was because Oluwaseyi and Jonathan Davis was so poor. The final touch was so bad. The decision making in the final third was just horrible, bro. Misplaced passes that led to counterattacks by Bosnia. So hopefully Canada can figure out the way up because, look, man, the if you're not from North America or you're not from the US or Canada, the rest of the whole world is making fun of us. Let's be honest, guys. The whole world is making fun of us. So the least we can do is at least make it out of the group stage. Top our group and make it out of the group stage, man. If we do that, hey, no one expects us to go find the World Cup. No one expects us to try to win the World Cup. So it is what it is, right? Well, there goes my review about Canada versus Bosnia, and I hope you guys can like and subscribe. I will be back later on to talk about the United States game. Peace out, guys. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.